Welcome back. In this video, I'll go through the things you want to know if you want to be a SailPoint IAQ developer, or basically a SailPoint engineer. So, in this video, like I will be walking through the technologies or a concept which you want to know, like apart from SailPoint IIQ models and Bean Shell. So there are other concept which you want to understand, or you need to have a basic knowledge if you want to be a IIQ developer or a engineer. And these concepts will help you in other field as well, like not only in SailPoint IIQ. Uh, but let's say if you want to move to other domain, like you're basically if you're working in IAM domain, all these tools will help you to do a day-to-day task and all. So again, after this video, I'll be making a separate video on. I will try to make a separate video on all of these concepts, like basic level and the scenario based video as well. So the first thing, if you want to be a IIQ developer, like these things is required. Or if you want to continue your career as an administrator, you just need a basic knowledge. So the first thing is like programming languages like Java. So you need to know basic concepts of Java, like what is variables, control structures, or control flow, and all. Then class and objects concepts, error handling, and data structures. So why these concepts is required? Because like there is a module called plugins in SailPoint. So if you want to develop a custom plugins, or if you want to develop any custom connectors as well, or source files, if you want to import, like on those cases you need to understand Java. So like what is variables, how we need to use variables, if loop, if condition, for loop, while loop. Then what is class, what is object, how we can handle errors, and what are data structures. So again, classes, objects, basically, like if you know Bean Shell, again you can correlate with this. And the classes, like whenever you want to use any objects or classes in IAQ, you need to understand the structure of it. Like there are identity class, or there are number of classes inside a SailPoint. So how it is structured, you need to understand, like at least a higher level you need to have a basic knowledge. And there are IDEs like to work on like Java programming and all, like Eclipse or IntelliJ. So either of these two things you can use. Like Eclipse, I have made a video how you can configure your IAQ plugins or extension with Eclipse. You can check that. So ID, like one ID, you need to have hands on, like either it's Eclipse or IntelliJ. Then again, you will be creating jar files and all, like let's say if you want to create a custom connectors, or a report, or any class files for certification columns, or if you want to modify existing plugins and all, you need Eclipse. Like you can do it in the Notepad plus plus or Notepad as well. Like if you have Eclipse or any IDE, then uh, you will be having a lot of exposure to the other objects. Then a basic knowledge of HTML and CSS might required, because again, the all application, IAQ application or any application, the basic knowledge of HTML, CSS is also required. Like whenever you are configuring, or if you're handling any SailPoint projects, so based on the project customer requirement, you might need to change the colorings, some logos and all. For that you need to understand how CSS and HTML works. Same way like JavaScript as well, the basic knowledge, like how JavaScript is integrated in HTML pages, like how it is called, and how we'll use JavaScript in basic web applications and all. The basic knowledge is enough for both like HTML and CSS and JavaScript. But again, on Java programming, the concept which I mentioned here, like variables, like if loop and all, those things you need to understand. Like the similar way where you're using the bean shell, right? Like same thing, it will be there. Then comes the operating system. Uh, Again, the both the operating system, either it is Unix or Windows. You need to understand the basic commands, like let's say if you want to upgrade, do e-fixes or any configuration part, you need to understand the basic commands. Like most of the times, either like maybe the separate team is handling the configuration or installation part, but you need to understand how it works in the backend. Like um, every time you upgrade, you need to zip the file, tar the file. You need to have a copy of it. Then again, um, there are applications as well for both. Like in case of PowerShell, we have a PowerShell ISC or PowerShell command prompt, or in case of a Linux, we have mtputty. Like for multiple session, you can use mtputty, and again, we have putty as well. And you need to know the commands, like how we can copy the files between the folders, how to change the path in both the cases, Linux and PowerShell. And if you are working on multiple Windows applications, like connectors like Azure or Exchange or Active Directory, then PowerShell also might help you. Like sometimes you need to call PowerShell commands from IIQ. Like if you are using IQ service, you would have seen that there are some PowerShell commands as well to call. Then version control. So version control, we have GitHub, Bitbucket, SVN and all. SVN is a legacy one, but Git is the latest, and the most of the organization use Git repositories. So here, why we need version control? Basically, if you want to store the uh, store your codes or XMLs or any like build happens through the like using version control itself, like all your objects will be stored in config folder, that is SSB structure will you will be having. In that we will store the, or we'll have a repository where we store all the IAQ or any code, we will store it in repository. So you need to understand how it works again. How you push the code, how you pull the code, how you commit it, how to create a branches and all, how to merging. Like all these things are the basic concepts in handling version control. So you can have knowledge on version control as well. Then comes like administrative task. So administrative task like certificate renewal in the sense, if you are handling connectors which requires SSL communication between IAQ and that target application, you need to have certification renewal timely manner. Like maybe some application like web service application or Active Directory application renew the certificate on quarterly manner or yearly manner or half yearly manner. In that case, you need to import those certificate in IAQ servers as well, where you have installed. So those things also you need to understand, like how means that's an administrative task. Maybe middleware team handle it, or you can also, like the IAQ administrative team can also do that. Then you need to understand about application server. So all means all your IAQ hosted on the application server itself, like a Tomcat, JBoss, and also how to install the Tomcat, and how to handle the loggers, and how to start restart. What, like basically you need to understand what is application server first, and then comes the installation part, like installing software within the application, within the OS, like IQ servers, connector gateway, then configuring JDK versions. Again, depends upon how your project is structured. Sometimes you need to have the knowledge on JDK versions as well, because that also matters for IAQ handling. So that is administrative task. So I have made videos on installation part. Certification also I have made, means both certification and application server video also. There is a separate video where you can you'll have a basic knowledge on how it works and what it is basically. Then the software required, or software or application required for handling the day-to-day task, like WinSAP, So what is WinSAP in the sense? Let's say if your system, like if your IAQ application basically in Linux system or Unix system, then sometimes you need to push or copy the packages or the files to the Unix system. So in that case, you need WinSAP. It's like basically copying a soft or files between Linux and or Unix and Windows system. Then SQL browsers. So SQL browsers to communicate with SailPoint database. You need a browser to view the uh, database details. Not only for SailPoint database, if you are having any database connectors like Oracle or JDBC, you need that as well. Then we have LDAP browser. So LDAP browser will help, like we have Apache connectors or software. There are other LDAP browsers to view Active Directory or LDAP connector details. Then Postman is for web service and SCIM APIs. Like if you are configuring a web service application, then to analyze the data on target, you need a Postman. So it's just to communicate a web service or REST API application. Then connectors understanding also, you need to have like Active Directory, LDAP, what is Active Directory, how the data is structured there, like the similarities between, like there is a similarities between Active Directory and LDAP. Again, we have a database like for JDBC connector, either it is SQL, like again you need to understand how what is relational database and all. Then comes the REST API. For web service application, you need to understand how JSON is formatted, JSON or XML, and what is JSON, how the how what is object, what is array in JSON and all. You need to understand. Then some HRM connectors, like there are number of connectors. Example like Workday, SAP and all. You need to have a basic, means Active Directory and LDAP or Active Directory and database is like frequently used connectors. Like let's say if you want to continue in IAM domain, not only in IAM domain, like whatever in the cyber security field, Active Directory and LDAP is an important concepts. Like what is Active Directory? Like let's say if you want to pursue your career in SSO, then LDAP and Active Directory also plays a major role there. And database, like wherever you go, either database or Active Directory concept will be there, because that's the place where all the data is stored. Then comes then like other basic knowledge which required are some of the password management tools, CyberArk. Like you can have a basic understanding of CyberArk, because all your service accounts details are stored in details in the sense password details will be stored in CyberArk. And it's a password management tool basically. Like whenever you need your IAQs or whatever your projects passwords will be stored in CyberArk, you can retrieve it on timely manner. Then SSO tools, Okta or Ping, just a basic knowledge what is SSO, how it works and all. Networking things like sometimes for whatever the application or connectors you are onboarding, there you need to have a rule like firewall rules, or there should be a communication between your application and the target application, means IAQ application and target application. In that case, you need to have communication between those applications. So you need to have firewall rule, and you might need to get the DNS IP address and all for that particular target systems. Then a cloud understanding. If again it's sometimes like for I know you might need a cloud understandings, like what is maybe Docker's Kubernetes and all. That again basic knowledge how some organization handle IAQ in cloud. They'll be adding the EC2 and also you need to have the basic knowledge of cloud. Maybe for ticketing system or logging purpose, some organization use cloud as well. Then build process, Jenkins or pipelines. If you are going with standard build, so SSB build, then it's fine. But some organization go with Jenkins pipelines and all. Ticketing systems like Jira, ServiceNow also. Like if you are working in any project, you will be having some hands-on on ServiceNow tools or the other I like ticketing tools like Jira and all. So all the like if you are working in any project, all these things will be involved like in one or other manner. uh, if you're fresher or experienced, these tools will help you at least once in your career. So understanding all these things, what it does, why we need it, or why people use these concepts or tools will help you to understand or pursue your career long. So again, this these concepts or this video is recommended by someone, like someone asked to make this video. Again, if you have any questions or if you have any queries on any of these concepts or any on IAQ questions, like you can comment or reach me. I might reach you, or I might respond to you maybe uh, 1 or 2 days after. But please free to reach me anytime. Thanks for watching.